if any of you guys are interested in this, but I'm starting to paint signs again. I want to get back into striping. One of the hardest things I've ever taught myself after being off for 40 years of striping is this scrolling business. This is the new style of striping. And we're going to put a second color on it and see what it looks like. Anyway, if you think this is easy, come on over here. I'll give you the brush. You can give her a whirl. This is super difficult. It's harder than flying a stud pattern, I think. So we get a little paint in the cup here. We're going to use the correct reducer on this time. Oh, I made it too thick or too thin, I mean. We'll see what happens. Part of the secret to this Kafka brush is paint consistency. And paletting. Get rid of this. So I may have to add a little more red paint to this to get it to palette. I don't know. Pretty watery. Yeah, there we go. It's coming around. You want to feel some drag on the brush, but not too much drag, or else you'll have goofy lines. That feels pretty good. So let's give her a whirl here. We're going to outline this fork or whatever. What I did was I got me a piece of glass. Went to Goodwill and bought up this frame for $5. Let's see, we got somebody chatting here. We got 3 comments. Let's do some striping. Hey, Kevin. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. Well, the biggest thing with this striping business is is composition. And the grid. It's a little hard to see on this glass, but I thought I'd do this until my dinner gets here. I ordered dinner. I didn't feel like making anything for dinner. We'll get a close up here. When I get this second color, it's going to have about 5 colors. It's going to be Did you know where this pattern came from? Von Dutch is the originator of all this hot rod pinstriping. And where all this business came from is grinder marks. Thank you, Dean. What happened was, when he was at the dealership, the body men would end up with grinder marks in the car, and he said, "Can you cover that up?" And so he'd stripe around one of the grinder marks. Oh shoot! I'll have to come back with white. I got a dimple out there. Crap. But this is kind of just like model airplane building. Don't get too excited. We can fix it. And if not, I'll just scrape it off the glass, because it don't matter. This is just practicing. Man, wish I wouldn't have done that. I don't think there's any way to get that off there without. I'll just come back with a number 3 or something. Come back with a little white and dab it in there, except it may turn pink now that I think about it. It's a Kafka striping brush. I have a whole box of different striping brushes, lettering quills. Long liner, a long liner. This is a short. Let's see, this is the number 3. What did I do with that other one? This is the number, no, this is the number 3. So that must be the long liner. This box of brushes right here is probably $300. But the secret to this striping business is this palette here. Getting the brush loaded up and getting the drag right. I can feel the drag. I'm going to take these rings off my hand. What? Certainly didn't like that. And as you're going around the corner, you're rolling this brush to keep the brush going, the rudder going right. It's only been 40 years since I striped. So COVID wasn't too bad on me. I didn't want to build airplanes, but I didn't waste any time either. So let's see if we can scroll going upwards. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try. Because I want to do some green, some yellow. Ain't a whole lot of stripers that can do that. Okay. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb old mechanic, model airplane builder. You guys didn't have any idea. 40 years ago, I was a good artist. Let's see, we're going to need my Stabilo. I'm just going to kind of sketch this in so we get it symmetrical. Let's see here. No. Nope, that ain't right either. We set this down. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly symmetrical, but it'd be nice if we could do it perfect symmetrical. Yeah, 40 years ago. Yeah, it's a one-shot sign painter's enamel. I'm going to switch over to Ronin, though, because I can't get any one-shot black. You know, part of this is just like model airplane building, is knowing what sandpaper to use, what the tools are. Let's see, I don't like that, so we'll come over this way some more. That's actually more over this way. That looks pretty close. Yeah, you prep the surface. You don't need to sand it. You just wipe it down with Prepsol. You don't need to sand it unless you're going to clear over it. And then you better put the hardener in the paint. What's going to happen here is my dinner is going to come to the door, and then I'm going to end the video, and then I'll come back later. This is called scrolling. I think I'm going to mess that up there. Nope, I got through it. It ain't perfectly symmetrical, but it ain't bad. I mean, my first attempt at this scrolling business. I'll get it. I know how to fix it and make it look right. So this is more this inside. So we want to do a line right here. Add some weight. And then we'll put another one outside. So now these are all going to go on the outside because we had it screwed up here. So each one of these designs is different. So I just saved that. Okay, I got a little bigger loop here, but we're not going to worry about it. That one there, let's see, what do we want to do here? I think I want to come back with yellow, maybe and go this way. I wonder why this paint is going goofy on me. Not covering in one shot. Like there's dirt on it. So, now if you ever look and see little dots at the end of these things, yeah, not going to do it for me with this brush. That's how you do them dots with the back side of your brush. Come on, get on there. Yeah, piss on it. Well, we got 6 watchers, so I guess there's some interested in this stuff. This is an art that is back from the 30s, 20s maybe, the circus days. This is I mean, there's not many gold leaf signs anymore. There's not many pinstripe signs. I mean, plenty of pinstripe cars, but let's see. We want to go. This is a special pencil. It's called a Stabilo. This is this one here is a. Yeah, it's a Stabilo, made Germany. About $8 for a pencil. Stupid pencil. Yeah, I don't like that. What the hell's going on here? So we got 3/8 of an inch. There we go. Now, some of the stripers, they don't even need to do that. They just go for it. But I haven't done this in so long. I got to see it. That bums me out about that. We got to get that fixed. I gotta get that fixed right. It's driving me nuts. A little glitch. I know this is probably a mistake, but I just can't resist. Let me clean this off. Or should I use a number 2? This is a number 3. This is a number 1. I guess we'll try number 1. Must be using the 2. I already got the paint mixed up. Ain't gonna take much. fixed. Fixed. It just drove my eye crazy to look at it. Look at it. Look at that. This loop here is a little different than that one, but so what? It's hand done. What do you expect? I'm gonna clean this brush out now. Now my 91 Viper was hand striped and hand lettered. So that would be the last time that I striped. So how many years ago was that? 90, 2000, it's 30 years ago. The last time I did this professionally was 40 years ago. And it was, I did order electro pounce though, so hopefully we get that this week so I don't have to use that stupid pounce wheel. I'm hoping to letter up a bunch of race cars and stuff this summer. Maybe some motorcycles and, things like that. So we want to take this brush, get some oil in it. Take care of your brushes, man. These things are super expensive. About 25 bucks a piece for these brushes in this box. I bet you guys didn't know I even did tattoos at one time. I don't like that idea, so we'll forego that. We'll go back this way. Oh yeah, a bunch of different size. Yeah, a bunch of different size brushes. I screwed that up. Yeah, I made it too tight. But the nice thing about glass is I can take a razor blade and twit, it's gone. Well, I don't understand why that paint is not covering. I gotta change that ear there. It's gotta come way over. Nice owl. What it looks like. Yeah. I gotta get that off. It's no good. So where'd that razor blade go? There it is. Come on. I gotta shut this heat off. That background noise probably drove you guys crazy anyway. Looks like I'm gonna have to stabilo it out. I mean, this is just practice. But just because it's practice doesn't mean it shouldn't be right. Before I'm ready, I will have done this another 25 or 30 times. So let's try it this way. I'm just going to guess at it. That's pretty close. Part of the thing with this scroll brush, I mean, we're going to do some straight lines, but part of the thing with this scroll brush is to be right on the end of the tip. And you got to roll the tip or roll the brush when you go around the corner to keep the brush rudder going in the right. See, this thing acts like a rudder. it ever so slightly in my hands. That ain't bad. One more. Those over there need to be heavier. We'll add some weight up in here maybe. In 6 months, I'll be back up to speed, and you won't believe it. Believe what I can do. Okay, let's add some weight up here. This ain't bad for my first scroll job. I kind of like this new pinstriping better than the old straight form 50 style grinder mark pinstripe. What the hell? Enough paint on there or what? There we go. Except my eyes rattle back and forth when I'm getting ready to drop the line, drop the brush. So I got to get that out of my system again. See, I'm going over this because it's bled through. They've taken the lead out of the paint. One Shot used to have lead in it, and it worked great. Well, now they've Californiaized it, and it doesn't work worth a shit. Man, I just put a little drop of red back in that white. And we'll get it at the end. So this is 2 and 3 shot paint now. Okay. Been on 40 minutes. We got 6 viewers. For you new guys to the channel, this is a model airplane channel, but I'm showing this stuff just because this is what I'm doing right now, and it gives you a little idea on old world craftsmen. I mean, not that I'm an old world craftsman, but This is something they did, like I say, in the 20s, 30s, on circus wagons and crap like that. We came to the inside, right to the line. Close enough. Yeah, I'm bringing back old school stuff. This is a dying art, just like model airplanes is dying. There ain't no stripers. There ain't nobody that wants to do this. There ain't nobody that wants to build airplanes. Get some yellow and green in this. It'll look real cool. I'll go up this way with some swirls in yellow. Oh, almost stripped it off. So we've come to here. We've come up to here. Here we go. Get off there. That'd look pretty good on the hood of a car, I think. It ain't perfect. But I'll get there again. I was good at one time. I ain't worth a shit now. Not supposed to do that, but we can break the rules. This is just a practice piece. I made it work. Let's see, that was here. close enough. Got a couple of buggers in it. I can fix it, but nibs. All the old timer, you bet. I used to sit down with what was that guy's name that he went to Brodax? He was 100 and some years old, 100 years old. He flew at Brodax. What the hell was his name? I would ask him all kind of stuff. Them old guys know their shit. Had this Helen Burns' dad. She was about 70, and her dad was, I think, 102, Mr. Billieu. And he would walk down the middle of the street because he couldn't see. He would follow the yellow line in the middle of the street. But we'd go to the bar, and I'd ask him to recite Dan McGrew, the poem Dangerous Dan McGrew. And that guy never missed a lick. I mean, and that poem was long. Okay. I think that's going to do it for the red. We'll come back with some yellow, and we'll start going up this way, and then some green going back the other way. And I think on the color change, I bought some baby food. I bought some baby food, 10 cans, just for these little jars. You know the jars, the lids on these ain't worth a shit. They ain't like the Gerber baby food. And you know why babies spit that crap out? Well, I tried it, and it's awful. It's terrible. And I got stuff that I thought I'd like. Pears that taste like it has vinegar in it. Peaches that taste acidy. Terrible. No wonder why babies spit that shit out. I couldn't find any tapioca pudding. That was good stuff, or at least it used to be. But I bought 10 jars, 63 cents a can, or 63 cents a jar, just for the jar. And I figured, well, I'll get some different flavors, and I'll just eat the stuff. Shit, you can't even eat it. It's terrible. No wonder why babies spit that shit on the floor. Nasty. I think if I ran that company, I'd say, hey, you eat this crap. Shit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times $25. That's how much is there. And $25 for the metal box. But it's money well spent. Try the peas. No, thank you. There's the brushes. These are sword liners, these are scrollers, these are liners, and these are quills. I got some more brushes coming. I ordered some MAC brushes, but I don't know. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Not too bad for my first attempt at scrolling. I need to get the asymmetry a little better. It's all about composition. I mean, when you're doing this kind of stuff, and getting that drag on the palette right, so that the rudder will follow along. I think that's going to do it for this video. We might come back later this evening with some inking, depending on how I feel. I really haven't been enthused about inking that thing. I know you guys want to see that, but this is a lettering grid. You run your pencil lines this way, you line up the dots, turn it that way, you got perfect 1-inch squares. Kafka, Steve Kafka. He's out of what the hell I want to say? Well, it's Arizona, Phoenix area. I got some MAC brushes coming, but I don't have any of the old quills with the actual quill. See, AMA magazine's good for something. Fold it up, throw it away, and no cleanup. I cut them magazines into books like this so that I could have palettes. Okay, put this on here. This is a MAC brush. This is a lettering quill. It's a square tip lettering quill. It's a MAC 162. But the bad thing about these is they have shellac on the handle, and when you put it down in a lacquer thinner, that shit comes off. So now I got to put it in a drill and sand all that crap off, like I do my big brushes for dope. So MAC, if you're listening, leave the shellac off the handle. And then here's a big Kafka number 10, and it's all wood handle, no lacquer on it. It's well oiled right now. But you see how nice and square the end is? I cut it. You got to cut them square. It's called a chisel, so you can get a nice choop. Crap all over my hand. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and share. I know these videos here don't get much play, but you know, if you guys enjoy them, I'll do one every once in a while when I'm getting ready to do something like this. My dinner's here, so I gotta go. Hang on just a second. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.